guys, welcome to another episode of Championship Wrestling Television. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes. Huge day as always in store for you, the wrestling fans. Coming up on April the 17th is Championship Wrestling Alliance Encore 2010. It's the return of G1 as they take on OMF Incorporated and Alex Winters. Saturday night, April 17th, King Sports Civic Auditorium. Tickets are already on sale at Evermore Comics, just less than a block from the King Sports Civic Auditorium on Center Street in Kingsport, Tennessee. Now, last week here on this program, we showed you OMF Incorporated getting involved in a television title match between Cody Isis and Tony the Dragon Gibbons, costing Tony that match. Today, we're going to show you a match that took place just a couple of weeks ago at Retribution in Johnson City, Tennessee, as OMF Incorporated took on the underdog tag team of Jeff Baker and notorious Nick Hammonds. Let's go to that match. In the NCAA tournament, I'm excited about that, but I'm excited about this coming up here. Championship Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Championships are on the line here. Huge underdogs in this match right here. Nick Hammonds and Jeff Baker. You know, the odds are very well against them. You can go to Vegas when you got all the betting boards and stuff like that, and if Championship Wrestling Alliance was on there, Hammonds and Jeff Baker against OMF Incorporated, they would be nobody, and I mean literally nobody, to take Nick Hammonds and Jeff Baker. And that's not a slap in their face, because Nick Hammonds is an accomplished veteran, and Jeff Baker is a up-and-comer with a lot of potential. But these guys are not teamed together nowhere near as long as OMF. They have nowhere near the tag team experience. Chris Richards has been a 10-time tag team champion with 6 different partners, if I'm not mistaken. I may have to check that. 5 or 6 different partners. That's tag team wrestling. I don't like Chris Richards. He's a raunchy, got a raunchy attitude. He does bad things. Personally, I don't like him, but I respect the fact that these guys are probably one of the greatest tag teams in the world today in OMF Incorporated. Tell you what, people watching all around the world better take a look at OMF Incorporated. They can be on anybody's TV screen. I'm talking about any promotion around here and own anybody they step into the ring with.
This is one of the, dare I say, deadliest combinations I've seen in a long time.
You got GQ Flawless out here, 6-packing on. You got Chris Richards in the ring with his 6-pack, and I'm not talking about the abs.
No, sir.
And you see there, well, I don't know what in the world they were doing, but some rabbit ears. Chris Richards.
Nick Hammonds and Jeff Baker coming off that big win over the Hit Squad. Got to be their confidence is up here tonight going against OMF for those tag team belts.
Oh, you know it is. I mean, get a huge win on a huge stage on Retribution, a marquee event for our promotion in this legendary building. It's got to be a momentum booster. You know that Nick Hammonds and Jeff Baker have been sitting in the bank. They've been celebrating this win. But the thing is, you know, you got to put that behind you. You got to focus on the task at hand. What's in the ring? The Hit Squad's not in the ring with you now. The Hit Squad's long gone. They're back in Kingsport and Ink Revolution, probably tearing the tattoo shop apart right now, angry and pissed off. But you're in the ring with OMF Incorporated, another angry, big, nasty tag team, the World Tag Team Champions. You better focus on them. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Jeff Baker catching Mason Kincaid almost with a low blow. Split splash in the corner with a bulldog. I think that's the most offense I've ever seen out of Jeff Baker. He's fired up. He's ready to go. And what a shocker it would be for him to win World Tag titles. No doubt would be probably one of the youngest World Tag Team Champions in history at his young age and his point in his career as far as a professional wrestler.
And probably the biggest upset in professional wrestling history, having these two young guys come out here, 3rd time ever teaming up and defeating the World Tag Team Champions.
It would no doubt be upset of the year in my mind, if not the biggest in CWA history. This match is long and over. Nick Hammonds holds, maybe forearm, and steps out of the way and holds Jason Kincaid down to the mat. And Nick Hammonds now working that arm over.
You know, you're talking about Chris Richards being a tag team specialist. Nick Hammonds has been part of a lot of tag teams also.
He's had numerous tag team partners. I mean, he's teamed with Tony Gibbons and Robbie Cassidy on numerous occasions. He's held tag team titles. You know, Nick Hammonds is a very accomplished tag team wrestler. But you know the thing about Nick Hammonds, he was out here earlier tonight and he took a beat. He's a hellacious beat from the hit squad, and you gotta wonder, is he 100% Heath Snead right now?
See, he cannot be 100%. I don't care if you're in the first match and then the last match of the night. You cannot be at 100%. And after the beating he took from the hit squad, I dare say he's not even 50%.
Now Jeff Baker stepping in the ring, and this is a rookie mistake right here. As you see, allowing Chris Richards to come in and want a shot to the midsection. Nasty shot to the floor. And now you got GQ Flawless that just throw him into the ring post head first. Oh my God. Scoop slam on the floor. Oh my God.
That is hardwood on concrete.
Oh, the double stomp. And Jeff Baker, oh God. This is not pretty. He's injured. He is hurt. They have just took out one half of this tag team. Look out, Nick Hammond's back up in the ring. Jeff's hurt on the floor. Chase Owens is coming to the ring. There's Gavin Daring. What are they doing out here?
What in the world?
Looks like, well, they may be checking on Jeff Baker. 1, 2. Jeff's seriously hurt, guys. This is serious. This is serious right here, guys. He's going to need some help. We need to get the trainers out here. They're going to try to get him to the back. I see the trainer standing by back there.
You know, Nick Hammond's going at it alone.
He's hurt. He can't put no weight on his right leg, and that's serious. And we hope the best for Jeff Baker. You know, it's never good to see an injury, and especially what OMF just did, thanks to GQ Flawless. A scoop slam on the floor, guys. And
wow.
The double stomp from the apron. That was sick. I mean, in their minds, they just owned Jeff Baker, literally.
Yeah, I sure hope Jeff's okay.
The fact is, neck breaker, almost a reverse diamond cutter by Nick Hammond. 1, 2. And as disappointing as that is, and as serious as that is, we got to focus back on the match at hand. And now the situation that's occurring in the ring. Nick Hammond alone with OMF.
This has almost just turned into a 3-on-1.
Arm drag takedown Nick Hammond. I tell you what, like I said earlier, he's been an underdog his entire career, and right now he's the biggest underdog in the world. In there alone with OMF Incorporated, the World Tag Champs, also with Flawless on the floor.
I'll tell you, Matt, he's taking it to the World Tag Team Champions, his former 2-time television champion, Nick Hammond.
Nick Hammond is definitely as talented as they come in the ring, but you know, the numbers game will catch up to you eventually, Bobby. And right now, Jason Kincaid's catching up with him. Here's Howard Central Authority. Jason backing up. Oh, Nick gets the boot up. Smart move. Now Nick Hammond goes to the Irish. Jason hands to Gary. Holy cow.
This is where the numbers game comes into play.
Yes.
He doesn't.
Chris Richards getting to the ring right now. This does not. I dare say this is almost the same thing that Nick had to endure earlier tonight.
Yeah, about it, guys. He don't have a partner to make a tag to now. Jeff Baker is. I'm hearing from the back that they are taking Jeff to the hospital, and that's not good. And you got to think, you know, Jeff. You know, from the moment they were carrying him out of here, you know he wasn't coming back. And now he's out here on his own, guys, and this is getting bad and getting bad fast. Oh, what a form right there. I mean, that was one of the most brutal attacks I've seen in a long time. And that was sick. Oh, man, what a stiff kick right there from the gift. Jason Kincaid, very talented with his legs. Knows how to use them. Kick right there. I tell you what, this guy's one of the best in business. You're looking at him right there, the Oakville, West Virginia native. 1, 2 and a half. Nick Hammond. You just can't keep the man down. Kicks out of bed at 2:59 a.m. in the morning. You just cannot keep this man down. But eventually, this double team, this triple team here, GQ Flawless on the floor, will get to it. Small package, just how he put Adam York away earlier. But Jason wisely kicked out of the count of 2.
Nick's still got some fight in him.
What in the world? Uh-oh, Chris sets the boot up. Oh, head first. Into Chris Richards' size 15 boot. Holy cow. That's one big foot to crash into. And now you come in, Chris laying the boot to Nick Hammond's. Jason Kincaid holding Nick's leg over the rope where he couldn't go nowhere.
I'll tell you what, Matt, this has turned from a tag team championship match to pretty much just a slaughter. I don't see why senior official Brandon Cox hasn't stopped this match already.
1, 2.5. You know, I'm sure he's probably asked Nick Hammonds at some point, do you want to quit? Nick Hammonds is not going to quit. I mean, if Brandon Cox stopped this match, Nick Hammonds would probably beat the crap out of him because Nick Hammonds is a fighter, and he never gives up, and he don't care what the odds are. He knows coming into this match he was an underdog, and then Jeff Baker goes out, and now he's an even bigger underdog. But that don't matter to Nick Hammonds. He's as tough as they come. He'll fight back. But I'll tell you what, like I said, sooner rather than later, this number game will catch up with him. I don't care how tough you are. You know, the fans here are getting behind Nick Hammonds, but Nick Hammonds is fading fast. See the cocky smirk on GQ Flawless' face. He thinks this match is over, and it may just be. But Nick Hammonds won't quit. He won't die. Trying to fight back to his feet. Got that big tree trunk of an arm wrapped around his neck. But he's fighting back with elbows. Off the ropes comes Nick Hammonds. Ducks the clothesline. Up and over the sunset flip. Maybe. Can he get him down? Oh, Chris with a right hand. Oh! And the knee right across the throat. That's it, guys. 1, 2, go!
Nick Hammonds will not give up. He just keeps fighting.
How's he kick out? Kicked out at 2.5 after a 306-pound man dropped all his weight right on your throat. Nick Hammonds, he's got to have injuries. He's got to be sore from head to toe. He might have an internal injury. You never know. Oh, goodness, right to the chest.
It's that champion's instinct that Nick has.
Right to the chest of Nick Hammonds, and I agree 100% with you, Bobby. Oh, an elbow right there. I don't care how much instinct you got. When you're getting pummeled, when OMF is pummeling him right now, you can't take much of it. You can't take much more of it. There's no way.
Yeah, eventually it's going to catch up with him, and it looks like it's catching up with him now.
I don't see how much longer Nick Hammonds can survive in the after this.
This is just brutal to watch at this point.
You know, it is, guys, and there's nothing pretty about OMF. They've owned a lot of people in the past, and it's no different here tonight. They talk a lot of trash, but they back the talking. One tag team you don't want to mess with, whether it's in the wrestling ring or it's on the street. So
Nick Hammonds.
Nick Hammonds counters with a float over DDT. But both men are down. Wait a minute. Hold on just a minute. Tony Gibbons making his way to the ring. What's he doing? Tony Gibbons is in the corner of Nick Hammonds. What's this? He tagged in.
Tony Gibbons.
He tagged Tony Gibbons in. Wow. Is this legit?
Is the referee going to allow Tony Gibbons just to step in here and take Jeff Baker's spot?
He is right now. Patented Tony Gibbons with a jawbreaker. Neck breaker from the Dragon. And we've been saw him once tonight. And this is a little retribution for the Dragon after what happened in the opening contest. Kincaid. Ooh, to the midsection. Off the ropes. Boot to the side of the head. Patented Tony Gibbons. Now setting up here for Dr. Clothesline. Super kick. That's got to be it. Ref's not counting. Elbow drop. Why didn't the ref count right there?
I don't understand this.
If he's letting Tony in this match, why the hell did he count? There's a super kick to Chris Ridge.
But he has to ring the bell.
Why did he throw the match out if Tony's not legal? What's going on here? There's an uppercut right there. Nick Hammonds back in the ring. Worse for the player. He's trying to get his wits about him. Nick Hammonds, I even know where he's at. Oh, what a forearm right there. That's the clothesline.
Nick Hammonds from out of nowhere.
Ring the bell.
What? You tell me why the heck we just rung the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's official decision.
Why the hell did you throw it?
And winner by disqualification and still tag team champions, OMF.
what, this is becoming just speechless.
Alex head first into the second turnbuckle. Robbie jumps up and out of the way. The athleticism of Robbie Cassidy. Maybe going up for the finisher.
The national champion is in trouble.
That may be the match. 1, 2, and GQ Flawless just pulled the ref out.
Wait a second.
Oh my God!
He just cocked the referee. You kidding me? What the heck do you think you're doing? Tell me who you think you are.
We need to get another ref out here.
He just cocked Brandon Cox, and we may need the medics for him.
The insurance policy, GQ Flawless, showing you why he's out here.
Going up to the fireman's carry.
We need some
Maybe
smokers
the
out here. Something.
Smoke Carver right in the aisle. Backslide pin here. 1, 2. Alex kicks out at 2.
2 count.
He kicked out at 2. Oh, that was it. Pull the ref down.
Oh my.
What the heck? That's the only other ref. Smoke is down. Smoke is down.
Smoke's down, Brandon.
The referees are down.
What
Smoke's out here on the floor.
This is. I hope Marty Ricker is watching this.
Where's Marty? Get Marty Ricker out here. Oh, ooh, low blow.
Not surprising at all.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. All the referees are down. All hell's breaking loose. There's no referee to make the count. There's no ref.
Brandon Cox is still down.
Smoke Carver's
is
down
still
on the floor.
I wonder if Alex realizes he can't win the belt without a referee.
Smoke Carver's knocked out. Brandon Cox is knocked out. Wait a minute. We got a...
What is...
I seen some action over around the aisle. I thought it may have been Marty Ricker. Going for the Kryptonite Crunch. Kryptonite Crunch. That's got to be it. That's got to be it.
There's nobody there to pin.
Wait a minute. Here comes the referee. That's Stephen Barry.
Stephen Barry, one of the trainees.
Newcomers here to CWA.
Both qualified. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
What?
No contest. What? No contest. What?
This disqualified.
Both out. No contest.
And Robbie. Oh my Stephen Barry just got decked. Come on.
What in the world? And now we got OMF coming to the ring.
This is out of hand fast, boys. This isn't good. Stop it. Come on. It's going to turn into Civic all over again, guys. I know it. I can't stand to watch this. I can't. This is going to get sick in a hurry. Come on. Somebody get out here from the back. Where's the boys from the back?
The Knights of the Round Table having their will with Robbie Cassidy.
This is ridiculous. And now we got Nick Hammonds and
Nick Hammonds and Tony Gibbons coming to the ring. Finally, it's about time.
You do what you do. We'll do what we do.
Look out, they're fighting in the ring. Holy cow. And Alex Winters, he don't even realize what's going on. Now I think he realizes he gets out of the ring. And the refs are down. No order is being restored out here. OMF's sent out of the ring the hard way.
Chris Richards barely has boots on. What in the world?
CWA fans, I am here with OMF Incorporated and the Cold Alex Winters, where in 1 week in Kingsport, Tennessee, they will take on the newly reunited G1.
You know, Heath, I always enjoy coming to work because that means I get to own somebody. But 1 week from tonight, I get to come to work and I don't get to own 1, 2, but we get to own 3. All 3 members of G1 that are back together tonight in Kingsport are going to get owned.
We are the most dominating unit in wrestling today. You're looking at Alex Winters, the only 4-time national champion in CWA history. You're looking at these guys, OMF, the world's tag team champions. G1, what are you going to do about that 1 week Kingsport, huh?
G1, you want to talk about your history, about how great G1 was? Well, they was great. They were great. But you know what? We are the most heart-stopping, jaw-dropping, eye-popping, high-flying, death-defying, awe-inspiring group in the world today. Today.
You heard it straight from OMF Incorporated and the Cold Alex Winners. In 1 week in Kingsport, Tennessee, they take on G1. CWA fans will be back right after this.
1 week. 1 week back at the Civic Auditorium, Kingsport, Tennessee, the hometown of G1. You know, anytime we step in that building, the Kingsport Wrestling Mecca, it's on. You've never seen G1 in full force until you've seen us in action at the Civic Auditorium. It's been almost a year since we've been on the same team. And I hate to tell OMF, Alex Winters, Knights of the Round Table, Rob Knight, it's over for you. The minute that you put us back together, the minute that y'all turned on Robbie Cassidy, was the time that you sealed your fate. 1 week from tonight, G1, we're coming for your heads.
Alex Winters, Rob Knight, Chris Richards, and Jason the Gift Kincaid, undoubtedly, and we all collectively have been in the ring with some great performers, some great wrestlers in our careers. And I am telling you this, I know for a fact that they are on that level. But I even know for an even greater fact that G1 is one step higher. I am the World Heavyweight Champion. Between us, we have held so many titles, we can't even count them. This is our destiny. G1 is what we live, what we breathe, what we die from, and it's all because of this. And I am telling you, nobody will run G1's name in the dirt, be it the World Tag Team Champions, be it the National Heavyweight Champion. Knights of the Round Table, next Saturday night in our hometown. Like Nick said, the Mecca of wrestling in this country. You three collectively will feel what G1 will do to you.
You three guys, along with Rob Knight and that GQ Flawless, let's not forget about him, you guys have opened Pandora's box. You have done something you shouldn't have. You have reunited a group that they said couldn't be reunited. And you know, Nick, you said something earlier, and it made me bring up a good point. If you come to Kingsport, there's a few things that you need to do. You need to go down I-26, you need to see the lights at night. You need to go to Eat at Pal's. You need to go to the planetarium at Bays Mountain. You need to go swim at Warrior's Path. And if you do anything, if there's one thing before you die in Kingsport that you need to do, you have to come to Civic Auditorium and you have to see G1 together. But you guys are only going to see it one time. Because you guys are the ones that put us back together. And together, many times, now and forever, once again we are reunited again, and we will show the people why we do what we say we do. We run this
fans, it is 1 week from tonight, the Championship Wrestling Alliance comes back to the Kingsport Civic Auditorium. Second time this year. Last time we were there, we packed the building, we sold it out, and as always, and it won't be no different this time, we'll sell it out once again with a huge card, main event, 6-man tag team action. It's the reuniting of G1. Like I said earlier, one of the most popular factions in Kingsport wrestling history reunite for the first time in about 2 years to take on Rob Knight's Knights of the Round Table, OMF Incorporated, and Alex Winters. That will be huge. We saw the feud explode today here on Championship Wrestling Television, and just think what's going to happen 1 week from tonight at the auditorium. Tickets are already on sale at Evermore Comics, just a block from the Civic Auditorium, just right around the corner. You can't miss Evermore Comics. If you see the Civic Auditorium, you see the swimming pool, just go right around the corner, and right there is Evermore Comics. Get your tickets now, because they may not be around next Saturday for your front row tickets. Only $10 this time, so a great low price for front row tickets. Also, this match just signed earlier in the week. A Texas bull rope match. We're going to see Cole Layton King go against Keith Knox, and my gosh, this is going to be interesting indeed. Texas bull rope match. It's been a long time since that match has been in the King Sports Civic Auditorium. A legendary building, legendary matches, and this one will definitely be legendary indeed. Also, first time ever, Sigmund will take on Eddie Golden. Eddie Golden, one of the most established stars in the area, taking on Sigmund, a guy that made 10 years down the road, maybe one of the most established guys in the world. So it's going to be an interesting match as these two go one-on-one. Plus, the real deal Chase Owens is in action. Also, Cody Isis will defend the television title against a newcomer to the Championship Wrestling Alliance, and that's Gavin Daring. And that's coming up 1 week from tonight. King Sports Civic Auditorium. It's called Encore 2010. It's an encore to the 6th anniversary. Will it live up to every second of the hype? You've got to be there to find out. 1 week from tonight, 8 p.m. bell time. Doors open at 7 o'clock. More information, visit ChampionshipWrestlingTV.com. That's about all the time we have for today. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place for another episode of Championship Wrestling TV. Goodbye for now.